And Shalom, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, GMS, and all you brothers in the four corners of the earth, and the confusion of faces, among all nations who are the Israelites, so-called Latinos, the natives, and the so-called Negroes, and a few sisters. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Brakathum to you all in your families. You know, um, the name of this lesson is our hope for righteousness. Our hope for righteousness. And a huge part of our reward is a new kingdom, a new heavens and a new earth, like it's saying 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 13. It says, nevertheless, we according to his promise, who promised Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Alright? Look for a new heavens and a new earth. A new heaven is talking about a rulership. We're looking for the rulership of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the government that the Lord would set up. The 144,000 men. And our king, King David, Yahushai, leading the way. You see? And a new earth, wherein the earth will come out of this, what you would say, this dark state, and will come back to life. Where the animals, everything gonna be refreshed, gonna be renewed. And this is a big part of our hope and of our reward. Where with our families, we will be able to be a family again. We won't be separated from each other. You got kids, your woman, they are, your daughter is like miles away from you, your son is like another miles away from you, all over the place. And what else? You see the food that we eat, we're looking for a better life, in other words. And that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai promised us. Alright? And this is a promise that we must hold dear to us. Right? It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless. That's why we're laboring. Because we believe, and we hasten, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to give us these things. We being diligent. Alright? We're not working for nothing. You see? We want the time where we could be finally at peace in the Lord, This is Hebrews chapter 4 verse 1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. For we which have believed do enter into rest, as he said, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they will enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world. For we spake in a certain place of the 7th day on this wise, And the Most High did rest on the seventh day from all his works. And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaining that some must enter therein, that's why we're striving, we're being diligent, you know, because to be a part of that some that was ordained to enter into the rest, and they to whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief, and we don't want to be on that side of the line of unbelief. That's why we meditate on what we're working for or we're working towards, and we keep that in mind, we keep that in sight, like it's saying Colossians chapter 3 verse 1. If ye then be risen with the Mashiach, see those things which are above, which a Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Because Yahushua is, like Apostle Ariamla always say, is alive and well. As you listen to this video, Yahushua is on the right hand side of the Heavenly Father. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushua, Amashiach, in Yahweh. So we focus on things that are above rather than the things that are on the earth. Alright? Because our reward is not carnal. Our reward is not from this world. Our reward is out of this world. You see? Revelation 21 verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. That's this rulership that this is Esau kingdom, will be passed away. When Yahushua return, Yahushua will come back and destroy the military and everything and put them in captivity. Yahweh is sending back Yahushua to do that and put them in captivity under us. The Israelites, the elect. Alright, what's that? Second Ezra 6 verse 7. Say, then answered I and said, what shall be the part in the son of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob and El first heel of Esau. And right now, Jacob and is on the heel of Esau. And you see these Edomites going down rapidly. The money, the dollar is collapsed. The system, the birth rate, they're not producing as they should. All these nations is beginning to see the wickedness of these so-called white people, these Edomites. And that's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai making them bear. He's pulling them down to the ground. You see? It say, and he said unto me, and the next thing everybody is seeing, the lies, the deceitfulness, treacherous dealings. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hands held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the government of Esau, Edom, is getting ready to pass away. to raise up our kingdom. The government of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It say, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And that's the elect that was being beamed up, and the so-called UFOs coming down back, on the earth. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, the tabernacle of power is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and brother scribe, brother shed tears, brother scribe, brother shed tears in their alone time, because the affliction that you face, that you go through on a daily basis, when you look at the state of, for example, a man can't provide for his family as he would, or as he should, or he would like to, and your woman being put in authority over you. All these women, the woman is over the man, and they constantly, what they do, they being disrespectful. You see, and what else? Basically everything that's out of order. You see the state of our people. The wickedness. The unrighteous dealings. Every time you have to look over your shoulder. You see? You're not at rest. You're constantly worrying. You're worrying. You're watching. So these things is what bring a lot of tears to our eyes, the state of our lives, I should say. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And that's our hope and our reward in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I hope this video edify and comfort your brother spirit, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kodash Brakatam. Hopefully let. Shalom.